my goodness.
All right, I'm ready now.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is Relationship Talks with Rick and Naaman. I am Rick.
And I am the illuminating, the illustrious, the most creative, the DJ Blue.
Wow.
That's the, yeah,
I went there.
That's Naaman, folks.
The DJ Blue.
And today, you might recognize her voice from the Thanksgiving episode. We have Princess K with us.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
How are you doing today?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
It seemed like it took a while to get you here.
I know it's not like we recorded like whole half an episode and then like you were talking and then we just
She had other things to do. Her assistant said she was busy, so
Yeah.
she had another podcast she
The
was
schedule's
working
been a
on.
little tight, you know.
Yeah.
but not now you're here.
Now I'm here.
Thank
you know.
you for joining.
Yeah, there it is.
Here I am.
Appreciate it. So today I want to ask you two a question.
Okay.
Have you ever dated someone who seemed like they were more interested in dating than actually dating you as a person?
I'm gonna let you take this, Princess K.
He's going. It's like as soon as he just
I'm
throw
gonna
it to the side.
I'm gonna let you take it, cause I mean I've got some stuff I have to think about it though, cause that's a lot.
Yeah. But I can't say that I've been with someone that was honest about being in that situation. Like they didn't admit that they were dating other people.
Yeah.
So
That's the one thing that I try to do now if I'm dating multiple people. Drink more liquor.
Take a sip.
Everybody take a sip.
jitters. I got the jitters.
This is the sip episode with the Rick and Naaman. So if you hear us sip, you have to take a sip as well.
Everybody take a shot. If you're playing along at
It's
home.
the shots episode. Every time I say the DJ Blue, you take a shot.
Man, you're going to have everybody drunk.
The DJ Blue.
So it's whenever I'm in that situation where I'm dating multiple women, I let them know up front.
Multiple women.
Multiple women. Gosh.
God, Richard. Like,
I mean-
that's just when you say multiple, I just hear 5. Like that's the number I get. Like when you say right? No. When you say a number like multiple
He's not
women,
saying he's taking them all out at once.
but still, that's not a lot to you.
There's enough for Richard to go around.
Whoa, I don't know. That's crazy.
Nobody said 5.
That sounds like a big number, though, Richard.
I mean,
I'm not judging.
So I mean, the thing is that
5 though.
sometimes you just want to date, and you let them know in advance that hey, I'm just looking to date.
But you're saying dating. I don't say, hey, want to go on a date? I'm like, hey, want to
Let's
hang out?
Yeah, that's kind of
so
like
it's
a different language,
It's
right?
See, and we've talked about this before. The
That's
difference between
different.
dating and hanging out.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like it's all like Maverick said something one time we were talking about it, and he said it's all about intentions. If I have the intention of being with you and getting to know you, then that's a date.
Yeah.
But if I'm just like hanging out with you just to spend time with you, that's kind of like that's a hangout.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The only place we hang out is in the living room or the bedroom, then it's not.
That's a
really
different kind of
going-
hangout,
That's
huh?
a
It's
different
not
kind.
really going much further than that.
Different kind of hangout.
And that's it. But I'm saying, like, at that point, do you clarify to that person like this is all this is, like, or do you just wait until they're just like, hey, well, what are we? And then you tell them like,
The infamous
we're
where
just
are we?
bumper buddies. We're just bumper buddies, buddy.
What was it? DTR? Define the relationship?
Ooh, look at that.
I don't even know what that means.
Never heard
but-
that.
DTR.
We need to put that. Define the relationship.
What-
Did you just make that
Oh,
up?
define. That's an actual
DTR.
thing.
That's an actual thing.
I've never heard that
Wow,
before.
She just coined a phrase for us.
Boom, DTR, folks.
The DJ Blue.
What is
Take a shot.
the shots episode? We're actually all gonna take a drink right now.
For sure. The drink part. Why not?
We're drinking
But
tequila.
yeah, define the relationship.
That's a fact. So that's the one thing. So every episode we end up talking about communication, because everything comes down to communication. So
Everything.
at the very beginning, I try to define what this is, and and I kind of let them know like if it's gonna go somewhere beyond where it is, that's something we have to have a conversation about. Don't just assume just because we've been hanging out a lot more than we used to that we're actually in a relationship.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you feel about that, but if I'm hanging out with you and then you let me move into your house,
Whoa.
I mean, that's a whole nother level.
I'm just saying, but that's hanging out, no? if we're hanging out
Not
and
if you
somehow
not if you moving into my house.
that's dating.
What is this, an Airbnb? Like,
That
what,
dating?
what are we
Are you
doing?
paying bills?
Apparently.
Are you a roommate? Like, I'm
I
just
mean, it
like,
seems
who
that
moving
way.
in?
It seems that way.
As long
I'm
as they
just
cook
saying.
dinner or do the dishes.
You know what? Excuse me.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm doing it again. Oh my God. Put this on another episode.
He did do this. He couldn't
I
stop
couldn't
burping.
stop
It was
burping.
gross.
It was bad.
Got complaints about it.
Oh no!
The studios don't like it. No, I don't even know what I was about to say.
Well.
But no. So about the moving in factor.
Yeah, the moving in factor.
Yeah, you shouldn't let those chicks move in.
Who
No,
let?
I'm just kidding. That was
Stop shot at me. Like, who?
That wasn't pertaining
Anybody that
to it.
moved in, I was with them. So I
wasn't
mean, that's a little
pertaining.
bit different, man.
I get it. That
Jeez.
was pretty messed up. That escalated.
Yeah, I got
What do you-
real personal real quick.
It did.
I know he's always throwing shots at me.
So rude.
I don't know.
I just
Keep
sit
it
over here and
friendly.
just try to be cool, and he just like throw shots.
Don't throw shots at me. I throw them back.
Let's go. Let's go, Princess Gay.
This is now the dozens episode.
We can go.
Like I said, whenever I'm in that situation, I try to define what it is right away,
Mm-hmm.
just so that it's not any surprise when it doesn't go anywhere. Because,
Which, I mean, that's more
That's-
than most guys are doing nowadays.
but you know, it's not easy for me to do that though. Honestly, whenever I date, I like to date one-on-one, but every now and then it's like I just kind of want to I don't want to be in a relationship. I just want to enjoy myself being single. So it's like, yo, I'm single. I'm not trying to be in a relationship right now. This is where I'm at. If you're cool with that, cool. If you're not, then I understand.
Yeah, see, I feel like most guys nowadays, they quote unquote define their relationship, but they're selling false hope.
They selling dreams over there.
Yeah, selling dreams that aren't really true.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
but a lot of depending on what that person is looking for, a lot of times they will tell lies so that they can get to that end goal.
Yeah.
The buns.
Yeah, it's usually the buns.
And I
But
would
I'm
say,
saying, even if the buns are being given up, though,
Uh,
where you going
I
with
mean,
this?
I mean,
This sounds like it's getting mighty personal here.
I want to hear what she
You know,
has.
even
I'm just a guest.
She's just taking a drink now.
Even if the buns are being given up and they still like, you know what? I don't know what I want to do with this relationship.
Man, we're just gonna give her some more tequila, folks, and she's gonna start talking a lot more.
I would say for me, in any of the situations that I've come into contact with,
Yeah,
I would say I've tried to make my expectations really clear.
right.
And like, you know, I say, oh, well, I'm coming over just to watch some movies and eat some food. Let's
Some keto
just do
cookies,
that.
huh?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, that's a different situation. That's a sensitive situation at that, because that dealt with not only no, it is because not only did she play with my heart.
Oh, she playing with your hunger.
Yeah, she played with my hunger. You know, food
Just
is
wrong.
my love language.
And I think it was worse because he was keto at the time.
Yeah, and it's like I pulled up excited for those cookies. I'm like, you know,
Those
this
cookies,
is all I
huh?
want. Yeah, really. Our expectations up front. That way you
Being
don't
clear.
you don't get them dating you for, you know, just unobvious reasons. Like, why are they dating you? Oh, because I have a fat head. Like,
Men and women definitely do make lists, and they definitely do have number 1s, 2s, and 3s.
Yep.
I don't know, those secular men and women. Those secular men and women, because me, I don't do that because I'm a good guy.
You don't have to be a bad guy to have a list.
You do.
Why?
It's a one-woman man for me.
Gotta
I
be
mean,
careful what I say. I don't know who's gonna listen to this episode.
you say what you got to say. If they got a problem, they can address it on the episode. We call them right now. we call them.
It's just
We call them
Jeremy.
right now.
Jeremy, Princess
Hey,
K said she has
this is
something to say to you.
Hey, Mike, we got a bone to pick with you. But, I mean, it's important. Like, it really telling people, like, giving them the game or the sauce, if you will. Giving them the sauce and letting them know everything up front, what you want, your intentions, how you want to be with them, what you expect from them. That's super important. Otherwise, you end up in a situation like Richard has in the past.
Sticky situation.
Yeah.
Richard.
Yeah, you'll end up in a situation like Richard in the past where
what?
you're taking these chicks out to eat, you're
Start
buying
moving
them.
their stuff in the closet.
They see you. Suddenly, there's things in the closet.
Man.
Suddenly, he's trapped in the closet,
No,
wondering,
no.
wondering why he's in there in his underwear and tied up with rubber bands. Like it's like a
I
situation.
never heard that.
No, that never
man.
never happened.
I didn't
Maybe
hear.
I
I didn't
should-
hear about that.
That never happened.
so.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Moving right along. But there are
Her name
times
was Rebecca.
there are times in your life where you want to date, but you don't necessarily. Maybe you're not mentally there.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not emotionally there.
Who's mentally
But see, I'm
there
a
for
people
dating?
person, so I go out for drinks with my coworkers all the time, and that's all it is.
But that's not dating, though.
But I'm saying we're talking about hanging out, not dating. We're talking about the difference between those two, right?
But I mean, a lot of people do not know the difference. So a lot of times you'll be hanging out with somebody and they'll think you're on a date.
Yeah.
Especially, it's one thing to hang out with a bunch of coworkers, but if you're hanging
So,
out with one coworker,
I've got a specific
Yeah.
situation.
Which I
and
mean
then
has happened.
Now,
that's what I mean.
Now I can think about it and be like, wow, I was kind of weird.
All right, go for it.
I had a specific situation with a specific girl who's maybe, I don't know if she listens or not, but she's really cool. I'm just going to say where I used to see her, and you guys would know. I used to see her a lot at the video store.
Oh Lord,
Oh.
I forgot
Yeah.
about her.
So I was super obsessed with
Yeah,
her because
it
she was
was
cool.
creepy. It was creepy.
very creepy, and I didn't know it was that creepy because I had not been really interested in anybody.
It's like who just
prior
went to the
to
video
that.
store that often though?
But the thing is, in my defense, I ended up getting some great deals.
Right.
Okay, and I did. I had lots of points on my video card, and I was
How
able to
how are
get
those
free
working for
movies.
you now?
Well, now I don't rent movies.
Exactly.
But I'm saying
They
at that
still open
time,
this- I mean,
thinking about it like that, it
Family
was.
video?
I could see how it was sweet, but I can also see how my approach was kind of weird.
A little bit.
You know what I mean? And like I could think about that, but she was still really sweet.
Yeah.
And she didn't like set any type of expectations, didn't give me anything, didn't do anything, but she never like pushed me away.
So it's like she was really kind to you, but at
Exactly.
the same time, it was never progressing towards anything else.
Never.
but you can't be mean to the customers.
It was
at
customer
work.
service, huh?
But it wasn't even. But that's the thing. It wasn't even that. It wasn't.
Okay, it was just like it's just general customer service, man.
All right, let's talk about you now. What about your life? let's
I'm just saying.
talk about your 8 relationships, your list.
Whoa, I don't have
Let's talk about your list.
8-person list.
Hey, you know what? But like you kind of brought up a good point though. It's funny how many people try to have like some kind of relationship. They go to a particular place because it's somebody that they're sweet on,
Yeah.
whether it's a restaurant, and they always want to get that same waitress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or, like in your case, the video store. Look
Sounds
at,
like you
I
have
had
an
someone-
experience.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk
He
about
offered
it.
me a bigger tip if I showed him my feet.
Whoa.
So-
I didn't do it.
So how long did you show him your feet for?
I did not show him
Right,
my
right.
feet.
So that was why you had all that money that day.
So that's why that's what happened. What happened to your shoes? Like where did they go?
You was
Listen.
throwing 20s that night. Like
No.
what happened that night?
Hey, because where you at, it'd be a lot of rich folks too. He probably was offering a big tip. But yeah,
But
so
yeah, so did you after
My
you
feet-
showed him
my
your toesies?
feet
hold on.
stayed in
How much
my
did he
shoes.
offer?
He didn't say.
And you
And
didn't
at the
get
end
a
of it all,
price?
no, at the end of it all, he even offered me a drink. That can't do
He's
that.
trying to loosen
So
you
look,
up.
So tell you what.
Offer me oysters.
Oh, he was really trying to get you
Tell
ready.
you what.
I was
If
like,
it's
no.
like $100, we split the profit. I'll send you a couple pictures of my feet.
I
I'll
tried to
paint
just
them.
redirect the attention to my manager. I was like, yeah,
Her feet.
she's got nice feet. Look.
Wow.
That's
Oh
foul.
wow. You
Why
just
would
try
you
you
do
try
that?
to sell out your
You trying to
manager.
sell your manager.
That's cold blooded.
I didn't want to
She
show
worked
my
for
feet.
McDonald's, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
She worked for
Yeah.
Mickey D.
Yeah, because you serve tables at McDonald's. That
Yup.
makes total sense.
Yep.
Man, if I had a McDonald's, people would serve me all the time with
And
their
you
feet
like
out.
so I
at
feel like
that.
we've all been in that situation where we went to a place just to see a person that we wanted to talk to.
100%. I've met people like that. I have good friends based on that concept.
Like so how disappointed are you when you go to that place to see that person and they're not there?
It's extremely
Like
just.
I
or
came just to
So
see
you
Sarah
don't
and
you
she's
don't
not
drink
here.
as much. You
What's
don't order
worse?
as much food.
No, you
you
don't.
You just don't stay
What's
as long.
worse is you see them and then they say, like, "Oh man, my fiance." Or it's like,
It's like, that's the last time I'm coming here. I'm done.
and that may be for you, Princess K. Maybe that's like a deterrent. Say, yeah, well, my fiance says that my feet are really big, and I don't understand.
I wear a ring on my ring finger.
I feel like a lot of waitresses do that.
Yeah. So there was one guy. Actually, it's a different situation. He wanted me to come to his house and play poker.
Oh.
Oh man, is that like a symbol for something?
Poker.
No, actual
What type of poker was he trying to play?
I don't know. I didn't
It's
want to
like
find
Molly's
out.
game.
Shoes off poker.
Did want to find out, but he pretty
Strip
much.
poker.
Once I
Take
told
your
him I
shoes
wasn't
off.
married, he was trying super hard.
Ooh.
So I was like, "Oh no, this is just
But as a
decoration."
server for you, those types of situations, somebody coming in there specifically because you know they're flirty and they want to like talk to you and
And
stuff.
I'm behind the bar a lot, so I'm the first thing people see when
How
they
do
walk
you-
into the restaurant.
Do you play that up at all to try to
Yeah.
get more tips?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
So you're part of the problem.
well, I gotta make my money. You gotta get it how you live.
See, you are the reason why we go into these places seeking servers. Right? You guys are selling a service.
As we should.
It's all good. It's all good until you're like dating a bartender and you go to the bar and you sitting chilling out and
We need to
every
get a bar
dude is
behind
Burton
McDonald's.
Yeah. Well.
flirting with the bartender and
single.
you're just sitting there looking like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well.
but it's natural. However, it just seems kind of weird, like just going into a place like, you know what I mean? Like I said, when I did what I did, it was weird to me, but I was younger, and honestly, I really didn't have anything else better.
Man,
to
you was
do.
32 years old, bro.
Really, really.
I'm just joking.
Let's talk about you, Richard.
Let's talk about me now.
Okay, first of all,
What's up?
let's get this roster going.
What roster?
Who's on the
List?
roster right
I don't
now?
have a roster.
There's a roster of
The
about
roster.
five or six
five
ladies.
plus.
Your phone is legitimately blowing up right now
These are all lies.
with all the
Nothing going
ladies
on
hitting
my
you
phone.
up,
So are
trying to
there
get
people-
Hey, look,
on your
why'd I have to
list?
look back? Like, what?
trying to get those feet.
There's nobody on my phone right now.
I was say, how long have these people been on your list? Because I have people on my list that have been in rotation for like the last 5 years, 5+ years.
Well, see, I was in a relationship this year,
Oh,
so
well,
after
so
that
it's a little
ended, it
different.
kind of was like, you got to kind of start over. But
But like
I'm
once
just
you
in
get
a-
out of those relationships,
I don't really
you
think-
reconnect.
I mean,
I don't
sometimes
really think that's a rotation, though.
It
that's
is a
more.
rotation.
That's more or
I've
less like an
reconnected.
Aries thing.
Oh man,
And I'm gonna. Oh, this is perfect.
what do you have against Aries?
This is perfect because we
a
actually
hater.
caught one. We actually have one here with us today.
Oh man,
Ooh, this is creepy. But no, one thing that I've learned about Aries women,
Oh, Lord.
and I'm gonna definitely put this out there.
Put it out there.
They
Oh,
like
gosh.
to put men in their back pockets. Okay.
I don't
And
know
you know what
the
that
face you're
means?
making. It looks like you're saying that's accurate. I
It's
don't,
not.
No.
I'm
Let
just
me
letting
speak.
them finish so
Let
I
me
can correct
finish.
them all in one
Let
swoop.
me finish.
I am.
Whoop, whoop, wah. Okay.
Take a shot.
Yeah, right? DJ Blue. So Aries women, and this is from my experience, they will stop talking to someone. And then when they are thinking about them or they get a little bit lonely and they start remembering their relationships, they'll text them and say, hey, what's up? So that's not a rotation. That's more or less like a cage you
But I
put
don't
people
see.
in.
I don't see what's wrong with that. If I'm just
You know what, like,
texting
the
you
way
to
you-
see how you are.
The way you
It's a
describe that, it makes me
cage.
think about some relationships I've been in. Like, just when I thought I was over her, she texts me out the
bro.
blue.
But I'm saying if
Like,
we didn't
hey,
leave
boo,
on,
how you been?
if we didn't leave on a bad note, then what's wrong with me texting you a week later and just seeing how you're doing?
A week
That's
later.
but see that's that Aries thing.
What's
though.
wrong with that though? Am
But
I
that's
had to text you on an everyday basis in order to keep you in my life?
But the thing is, do you have to text them to keep them in your life? Why do you
Think you
feel
coming
you
in
need to
and
keep
out of
them?
my life?
And this is not just you.
But
you
I'm saying
fiery
if they
Aries.
respond, that's cool. If not, on to the next one. It's okay.
See
To the next one.
the other one that's in the back pocket. You pull him out. He didn't work.
That's
Up,
why
throw
I wear
him
pants
aside.
with multiple pockets.
See? You see? But it's totally accurate. That's totally accurate. That's like an Aries thing.
No,
Princess
it's
K, what you
not.
think?
You said
don't
you
think
5
so.
years.
Let her give her piece. Go ahead.
Because, I mean, you stay connected on Facebook, Instagram. So you see these people, as time goes on, even if you're not texting them directly. So if you're in and out of relationships, obviously you're not talking to your... I mean, I don't know about you if you have female friends that you talk to on a consistent basis.
Always, Richard.
I'm saying, but like when you're in a relationship.
It just depends on
to the men
if
that's
it's,
been hurt by
if it's
Princess
platonic.
K.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll keep in contact as long as it's okay with the person that I'm with.
Yeah, see, any relationship I've been in, they weren't okay with me having male friends. So,
Yeah.
Because you're an Aries and you have lots of male friends anyway.
wow.
I mean, if certain lines have been crossed, then it's
You
like,
already
no, I
got men
definitely will
showing
not
in your feet at
Yeah.
work.
talk to them while
We're
I'm in a
not talking about
relationship.
that anymore.
He's stuck on that because he wanted you to get that money. That's what it was.
Right.
You're not
You're
talking
trying to
about
get
that anymore.
paid.
So, Naaman, how much did you offer her to show her?
So there's been several waitresses where I would offer them plenty of cash.
Man, you start to flex when you flirting with the waitress, though. You be like, I usually would leave like a $5 tip.
Shout out
You
to
leave
Twin
like 10.
Peaks. We miss you.
Twin Peaks. That's
What?
what
We
Twin
miss
Peaks
you.
is a strip club.
That's not a strip club. That's
might
a
as well
family.
be.
That's a family dining.
A family dining.
Might as
Yo,
well
low
be.
key, like since we talking about Twin Peaks, my boss loves Twin Peaks, and I went into Twin Peaks, and you know how modest I am. Like I walked in, it was like holiday time, and like everybody was like
Yeah,
in
the
red
checkerboard.
little red
Naked,
lingerie.
right.
I felt so uncomfortable. It's like I just came from church.
Naked. Yeah,
Like what
that's
is
they
going
do.
on?
Now it's time for Sunday wings.
It's a lot of women. They only hire Aries women.
Sunday hot wings.
They only hire Aries women.
But yeah, I was like, man, like what's going on?
Yeah, because you got.
I don't know. He got a thing. I think he got a thing for
you
Aries
guys are
women.
evil.
Evil?
They're evil, man.
Not evil.
Like I said, the fact that she just said she
I'm
holds
sweet.
men on the line for 5 years—that's a long time.
I'm just saying,
So
there's
look.
people that I know from like
Look, in
my
the-
freshman year of high school that I still talk to today.
In defense of Princess
wrong
K,
with it.
I would say that it's not holding anybody on the line. It's just people that you connect with that for whatever reason you guys may be good friends. You might be good at hanging out, good at dating, but relationship wise, it might not be that lick.
Right.
So you spend time with them when you're out of a relationship and y'all in between relationships together. Y'all kick it, y'all hang out. And then
Right.
when one of y'all get back in a relationship, y'all go back into obscurity until y'all available again. That's kind of how that works.
Right, and that's fine because I'm not telling these people to wait on me. They
That's
just
what you
happen to be
expect,
available when I need them.
I can't because I'm gonna end up calling the police. I cannot take it.
So in those given situations, being on the other end, how do you two personally spot someone that's not necessarily looking to date you romantically if they did not tell you?
They have a wife.
They don't call you.
Oh dang.
Said they have a wife.
Well.
They usually dating you romantically when they have a wife. Like, what do you
Selling
you
those
mean?
false hopes.
Selling them dreams.
Just in my defense, I didn't know he was married.
Oh,
I
gosh.
found out later.
You telling all the story before
I'm
we
just
even. Let's
saying.
get to that episode first. Episode we talk about all the married men that have lied to you.
It was just one. Okay.
It's
Now,
an
wasn't
Aries
the only
thing.
one he was lying to. He was lying to his wife, his mama, and all the other people
Dang, his
too.
mama
Man.
too. He lying to his
So-
mama. He living on the edge.
Yeah.
Don't lie to mama.
Well, maybe he wasn't lying to his mama because I mean
Hey,
I
his
know I
mama,
could tell.
yeah.
I don't
Probably
think. I
was
don't
lying
think
for him.
she probably knew because I mean, based in certain situations, your mom is generally like the closest woman to you. So, I mean, if you in a close situation and you got some stuff going on and your mom know about it, chances are she gonna put up for you.
Yeah.
Because you know what, I will put up for my son.
I was like, and she has all sons.
Yeah,
And
like
she like,
Oh, she know the game.
come on
so
now,
she,
like
I'm
I
sure
will
she
put
was
up.
lying for him.
I will put up for my
don't
sons.
doubt it.
I'd easily be like, look, Naaman didn't do that. But sir, we caught him out here with all of these women. Look, Naaman did not do that.
That
I
wasn't
swear.
him.
That
He
was
wasn't
not
there.
Naaman. That was not NJ.
So we got pictures and a social security card
a
matching his
doppelganger.
identification.
Hey, this sound like that
R. Kelly
the R. Kelly episode. Like he have to be in the video holding two forms
Right.
of ID with his grandma yelling gold Kels.
Yeah, easily. But I mean, that's like in those cases, honestly, it takes a family of support to cheat on somebody.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
I mean, but if
does.
you're
To
living
do
in your
it
mama's house,
successfully?
I guess
You-
if
you
you are
need
living
them
in,
to-
yeah, that,
Okay, we're
yeah,
gonna
that's
stop
need
talking
to-
about this man
I'm
because
just
you
saying.
if you living in his mama and especially in the area you was living in at 255 West Oaks, West Oaks, with that blue car that you
it was
drive,
black.
with the see, with the red rims. We see you, brother.
But yeah.
Black rims.
Jeez.
Wow. All right.
See?
So it's so, but it's so, I feel like it's so many different ways. So when I talk to my female friends about trying to look out for situations that are just dragging along because most people aren't honest.
Yeah.
Like me and Princess K, we're honest. We're upfront. You know the situation
Y'all
in the
ain't
beginning.
y'all are man. You the last two people on this podcast that I would consider honest.
I'm
And
honest.
upfront.
What if you consider yourself more
No,
honest than
of
us?
course I do.
Right.
Certainly, absolutely.
You'll lie to get a plate of cookies.
Wow.
Yeah, you would. You just
This
did,
Too soon
actually.
for that.
There it
That
is.
was a scene that,
That
we
was
did.
true story.
That was a prop, and I used that prop to learn from the scene. I had to be in the scene within it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that gives you an excuse.
Back to what I was saying. You both are liars. Okay.
No,
Let's just drop the
we
bomb.
are
words.
not liars.
Let's
I'm
just
not a
drop that
liar.
bomb.
I'm not a
right
liar
here.
either.
Okay.
Not a liar
You
at
both
all.
are not really upfront because you both, I can recall
But see,
situations
this
where.
is how I see it.
You can ask anybody that I'm talking to.
If
Listen,
I'm not,
I'll tell you
if I'm not DTR, right? If I'm not defining the
down to
relationship,
relationship.
defining the relationship from the beginning,
That's what it sounds like.
in my mind, you didn't care enough to define the relationship yourself.
So
I don't know. I don't feel everybody
it
has
takes
that
two.
maturity to define a relationship.
there's
as
the-
together.
and
So
there's
if
the
it's-
Aries.
If it gets lost in translation, that's on both of us, not just me.
So,
and there's the Aries expecting him to do everything because she's already got everything under control, but she wants him to take control.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know. As
That's the Aries.
just me personally, if when I'm in that situation, it's like, look, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I'm kind of chilling. I want to get to know you, and if something comes from it, cool. But I'm not expecting like to jump into a relationship. I'm not
Right.
trying to run to a relationship. If it happens naturally, that's cool. And that's kind of like where you are with the situation, and you're honest. Like, am I the only one you're talking to? No, I'm talking to a couple other women.
See,
you know?
I feel weird telling females that.
But I tell you
I'm a
what, they
Scorpio, though. I'm
appre-
kinder and I'm nicer to people.
They appreciate it though. The thing
Yeah.
is like women and men, they appreciate the honesty of letting them know up front because you don't want them to be putting all their eggs in you and you're not putting all well, that sounded kind of weird.
What?
Whoa. What?
Singing the basket.
Whoa, Richard. Whoa.
You don't want to be. You
How
don't.
many
Want,
eggs are they putting on you? Jeez.
you don't want to have somebody just focusing on you when you're not focusing on them completely. That's what I should say.
That's probably
But I feel like
better.
that conversation isn't even relevant unless one of them is catching feelings more so than the other.
But I mean, if you're starting out from the
Aries
perspective,
logic.
if you're starting up like a lot of people start out from the perspective, if they think you're talking,
Yeah.
then they're gonna be open to catching feelings. But
Yeah.
if you're already in a mode where it's like we're not talking, we're chilling, then you're not gonna be open to catching feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like having that perspective ready. Like, oh, we're just chilling. I'm gonna keep my feelings suppressed as much as I can. If I start catching feelings, I'm gonna have to step away.
So I agree. However, I think with you guys being such habitual liars the way you
Lord.
are, this is how it works. You
Are
can
you the
tell
president of the
people
United States?
Who
Why are
are
you talking?
you?
Why are you faking all these false narratives over here?
Trump.
false narratives.
False narratives.
Trump.
False narratives. I've got an Aries and a pimp here.
A pimp.
False narratives.
Pimp.
Okay, so
That's
let me
one
tell
thing
you
I've
guys,
never been called as a
Let me
pimp.
tell you guys about false
Definitely not a
narratives.
pimp.
Okay, that's the concept. You can't really like, oh yeah, well, you tell somebody that up front, they're gonna leave you.
No, they won't.
They will.
No, they won't.
They may lose interest though.
They
'Cause they're
will,
like,
and
I
that's
don't want to
the
work
fear.
hard for something.
But
It's
look,
like beating a dead horse.
Honestly, though,
Is
but
that the right?
Yeah.
expression? Okay.
you want to be on the same page with somebody because you don't want them giving your all. Like I remember one time I was dating and I was on Hinge, and I matched with I matched with this young lady.
What's Hinge?
Hinge is a dating app. So I matched with this young lady, and we were matching, and we were going back and forth.
Oh, God.
And then I was like, look, like, I'm kind of chilling. Like, I'm not really looking to just jump into a relationship. And she was like, oh, I'm, like, super emotionally available. So this ain't going to be a good
What?
fit. Yeah, that's what she
Wait,
said.
what? Who
She said
says that?
she was like super ready to be in a relationship. I was like, yo, I'm not there. I feel you. No hard feelings. So I would rather have that conversation right there than to keep going back and forth for a month or two. And then she's like, oh, what are we? It was like, we
And the
friends.
next thing
What you talking about?
There's clothes
Right.
in your closet.
Let
I
it
feel
go.
like that
Nah,
what's
I won't.
understood doesn't need to be explained. You know,
That's
Like,
an
you kinda
Aries
know.
situation.
you kind of already know. Like,
No, I mean, I think people take for granted. I think people take for granted that the other person can read their mind.
yeah,
Yes.
Because what is one thing to you could be something completely like a lot of people like we've talked about in the past, like being sexual with somebody versus kissing. Like some people, including some people at this table, think that kissing is more intimate than sex.
Right.
So if you're on that camp and somebody's on the other camp, if y'all are intimate in that way, it's gonna mean one thing to them. It's
But-
gonna be a completely different thing to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that's where the Aries
Being
get
on the
things
same-
construed.
Stop talking about us.
No.
Leave
because
us alone.
because all of y'all the same.
Hey,
and I say this on every episode.
Hold
You
on,
know what I'm
name
saying?
it.
If y'all one of y'all can get it,
Name
that's
it.
Whoa.
who hurt you, bro?
Aries. Aries women. Aries women.
What?
Wow.
Hey, whatever woman
Any
hurt,
of
name
them.
it. Can y'all just call him so he can get some
Any
clothes
of
or
them.
something?
Just make
Because
us-
no,
make
I
us
don't
some
want to tell you.
cookies.
It's always this. Like I say, the stuff she's saying sounds nice from a perspective, but the logic is, I can tell you exactly about them. They don't tell you what they want. No,
But
because
females, in my opinion, females are more open to tell you how they feel before a guy is.
some females. I mean, predominantly
But I'm
most
saying,
females.
in general, as a whole, a female's gonna tell you, "Hey,
She's
I like
making a
you."
generalization.
I don't know if I agree.
Well,
It's a generalization. You don't have to agree.
I don't know if I agree.
well, that's fine. We can agree to disagree.
And that's what we will
And
do,
move on.
Aries.
So how about you, Naaman? So you said you've never been in that situation.
No, because I'm honest and I'm always truthful.
All right, I was just waiting for the thunder to hit, the lightning. I was just bracing myself,
I mean,
y'all.
the thing is, like I say, the relationship that I was in happened to be with an Aries.
Okay.
And this is what it was. It happened, right? And everything was good. It just kind of like whomped. It was like, oh, yeah, well, this is what it is now. And the things that were said were kind of common to things that you would say in a relationship. But there was a message that I got several times that were just like, hey, we're not in a relationship and I don't feel like I don't see us, in that form, of relationships. However, in my mind, being not an Aries,
Whoa.
we were doing things that were relationship stuff, like things that we weren't just hanging out. We were actually doing stuff, we were actually going
What
places
stuff?
that would be considered. We went to like little parks and things like that and just random stuff like that. That's not hanging out. I'm not going to go to a park with my friend.
Why not?
That's weird. That's an Aries thing. That's what you guys do.
I'm a Sagittarius, first off. So
There's nothing wrong with going.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, so the thing is that I'll play devil's advocate on this particular situation. You're saying that y'all were doing things that were defined that you thought was relationship type stuff.
I didn't think what it was,
but
that's what it was.
I mean, obviously it wasn't, or y'all would have been in a relationship.
Obviously it wasn't.
And I feel like pet names play a big part in that too.
But I'm saying but I mean, so did you ever have the discussion with her like, I want to be in a relationship with you, this is a relationship, or did you ever set your intention on what the relationship was going to be?
No, she just called me her boyfriend.
Oh, that's a
kinda
little different.
cutthroat.
That's a little different.
Say, we're not together, but you're my boyfriend.
That's not.
Well, that's the thing. She was.
What?
It was a whole thing. It was like on Facebook. It was like a social media deal. It was like she actually called me her boyfriend.
Oh, use Facebook official.
But then we weren't like.
That's too much.
Then
Don't post me on social media.
Then I got the message that we weren't like in a relationship like that. So that's what I'm saying. But that again, I'm not gonna say it again.
You sure she wasn't bipolar?
She was an Aries.
Stop! Why are you whispering?
Wow.
I can hear you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. Whoa, where'd you come from?
He just blacked out.
Right.
He just blacked out.
I blacked out. That was the DJ Blue speaking.
So, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you start a relationship,
Lucky
it's
there's a
important.
table here.
It's important to establish what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You cannot take for granted that the person is looking for the same thing that you are. A lot of us, I know me personally, people like me, people like Princess K, we try to be upfront at the very beginning about what we're looking for. But everybody is not going to be
Say
upfront
that.
with you.
guys
So
are
make
liars.
sure before you start to catch those feelings that you sit down and you have a conversation.
Or before, not after.
A conversation about the things
Then
that you're
it's too
looking
late.
for.
I agree. And as the DJ Blue, I would like to say something as
Oh,
well.
man. Take a shot.
Just at the end of all of this stuff, I would like to say for those of you, if you feel like this person is attracted to you and you feel like it's going somewhere, set the expectations.
You can kind of read the energy, though, no?
No.
I feel like the energy is is misleading a lot of
It
times.
is.
It's
because-
all about body language and all that. You
But
can
I mean,
tell
like,
if
the
someone
thing-
wants to be with you.
So the thing is, I would have said previously that would have been true, but I've been in situations where I had the body language and the body language was like, no, I'm not really feeling this. And then they be like, yo, what are you doing? It's like, what do you
Right.
mean? Like, I really like you. What's going on? It's like,
Well, that's
you
on
didn't-
them. They need to learn how to be more vocal. That's
This is just Aries logic, man.
I feel like Princess K is a cutthroat over here.
Man, I'm telling
She
you,
just
they
returned these-
all are.
If I
turn
can't
these
tell that you
dudes out.
like me, then you don't like me.
They all are. But that's what?
Yep.
If I can't tell that you like me, then you don't like me.
Which means you don't care enough to show me that you have feelings for me.
And what does that mean for you, though? What is that showing? What do they have to show you to let you know?
I'm talking to you on a day-to-day basis, or at least consistent.
So you're
just
obsessive.
consistently.
You're obsessing.
I know, but I'm saying if I'm talking to you, I like you. I want to hear from you.
I have
So-
I have female friends that I talk to on a daily basis.
Right. And they're
Which is
not
fine,
intimate
but we're-
relationships.
Which is fine.
So
but
talking.
they know that, right?
Yeah, but does this person know this in your
Yeah,
situation?
that's what I'm saying. In your case, do they know that? Because hey, I just want to hear from you. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh, what are you doing? Nothing.
Well, that's different. You could talk to someone. I don't know.
Yeah, let's go, Aries.
know.
Bring it out. Let's talk about your little secrets. How you tripping with these men's?
I'm not tripping.
You got all these men's in your back pockets
I don't have
for
men's.
5 years.
Whoa.
Man,
Stop
that's a long
repeating.
time.
Stop repeating what I say.
That's a long time.
No, but I mean, every episode always comes down to communication.
Yeah.
Like you have to communicate what you want, what you expect, because if you don't communicate it at the end of the day, if you're going off assumptions, then you can't hold them accountable for you not asking something.
Yeah.
Because they're not necessarily you're not required to share what you're looking for.
That's true.
And if you don't ask, you know what I'm saying, then you're not going to know.
You need those expectations. Me personally, in my situation, I would have liked my expectation to be a little bit like different. So
And that's that Scorpio shit.
Thank you. Thank you for not making me have to edit this episode.
wow.
Hey, yo,
First of all,
she's the reason why we had an E on the last episode.
First of all, personally, I like to hang out. All right. So if you don't tell me what's happening while we're hanging out, I'm going to automatically assume that you on some BS. Okay. In my situation, as I was so eloquently speaking of,
Thank you, Shiloh.
I would appreciate it if these females that are in question would not necessarily go the distance to say, well, hey, we're doing everything that regular people do when they are dating and courting, but I don't really feel like this is what we're doing.
But I'm saying I don't have to have like romantic feelings for you to enjoy my company with you.
But that's different though, because if that's what they think, because logically, people like you who are low on the emotional side, people like you who are savage,
Whoa.
you guys,
I'm emotional.
people savages like you guys don't mind calling like one guy, and if this guy don't answer, you call the next guy, and then you're hanging out with him.
Go to sleep.
Don't Megan her.
And then you hang. I'm just saying, yada yada yada. I'm just saying, you don't mind that. You know what I'm saying? A person like me, I'm wondering why number one didn't call me back. You know what I mean? Like you got, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to number two.
So you do have a list. That's what's up.
I'm just saying.
But if number one's not trying to see you as much as you're trying to see them, then they shouldn't be number one on your list.
But are they number one for dating or just hanging out?
Just hanging out. If you enjoy their company and they were the first one you call, that's the one you want to see the most, and they're not answering, then why even put that energy into that situation?
But do they know that there's a number two?
They
do.
They have a number 2, a number 3, and 4 if they're not answering your call.
Or they're just busy or asleep, like you said.
That's fine. Then call me
true.
back tomorrow.
See, that's it.
You can't.
That's it.
Just get back to me whenever
So
you
look,
are free.
I mean, I put it like this on both sides. Like, if we're not together, I don't necessarily owe you anything but respect, and you don't owe me anything but respect. So if you out with somebody else,
that's fine.
I can't get mad at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
That's
it's all
true.
about establishing what the relationship is
Boundaries.
going to be, how far the relationship is going to go, and what you're working towards, if anything.
Boundaries.
So communication.
Boundaries. And communication.
Yeah.
But mostly expectations.
Look at that. Y'all said it in unison.
Good job. Good job for listening to what I threw out there, Aries. We're teaching everything.
Oh,
here.
man. He's throwing so many shots.
Because they just...
Let's talk about Scorpios.
We're
On the
amazing.
next episode. No.
On the next episode of Rick and Name, we're going to break down these zodiac signs. No. But I have a food for thought for y'all. In honor of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion, I wanted to talk about which Aunt Viv is your favorite Aunt Viv. Go naming.
I don't have one.
What?
The original.
I like light skin
Wait.
Aunt Viv.
Yeah.
Is that what we calling her?
Yeah, that's what
why
she
I'm
is.
terrible with like actresses' names, so like I don't know. I can
So,
see
light
their
skin and
faces.
Viv.
I
So
see their faces
so
in my head.
OG Aunt Viv is her name is Janet Hubert.
Okay.
And
And that's the dark skin one.
yep, and the light skin Aunt Viv is Daphne Maxwell Reed.
Yeah, I like light skin.
I like them both.
It's kind of
would
hard
say
to
that.
pick.
I like
Yeah.
light skin. I go with, but the dark. I'm not gonna go into my.
It's like when they got the new Aunt Viv, when Janet didn't come
Excuse
back.
me?
When they got the new Aunt Viv, it's like they completely rewrote the character.
Yeah.
Because the OG Aunt Viv, she was like such a strong Afrocentric, central type of character.
Right.
It's like she was like no nonsense. And then the new Aunt Viv, she was kind of lighter, but she seemed more lovable and less tough.
Exactly.
And
That's why I like her.
that's why you like her better.
Yeah. Because she's more lovable.
But the best scene
And she let
ever.
Will do stuff.
The best Aunt Viv the best Aunt Viv scene ever was when Janet Hubert did that dance.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that in that class? It's like
She was like 2.
oh yeah, she probably was too.
Shut up.
Have y'all watched it? Have y'all watched the Fresh Prince reunion?
I did
No.
not. I want to though.
It's so dope, man. It's like so many
My
members
TV
in
stays
that.
on the BET channel though, so I watch the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air pretty often.
It's so much you. It's funny, like you look at it and like how many relationships that Will was in, and like a lot of kind of the conversations that we have about relationships. There's a lot of that stuff going on in those episodes.
Yeah.
Like thinking he liked that girl, and then he was stuck in the basement with Tisha Campbell's character, and she started taking off her eyelashes and her nails and stuff
She
like
wasn't who
that.
she said she was.
He said that song.
So yeah, take
Classic.
a girl swimming on the first date.
Pretty
Man.
much. She don't want to go swimming. She ain't in for it.
Yeah,
And
well,
then that one episode where he was gonna marry
smash
Nia
on water,
Long
see if
and
she melts.
Nia Long's dad and Will's mom like ended up hooking up.
Mm-hmm.
That was awkward, right?
Yeah.
But it's like so many things. Like it was awesome to see that kind of black representation on television back then. Something to go home and you can laugh to, but it was also some really
relatable.
deep messages. Like when we talk about relationships, we talk about romantic relationships mostly, but you think about the familiar relationships that they had and even the issues that he had with his father. Like that was probably the most watched notable scene from that whole thing, and that's when everybody was like, dang, Will Smith can act.
Yeah.
Why don't he want me, man? Like that scene right there is like, dang, like
I
he
can
crying.
relate.
See, I remember that episode. I remember that.
So you
It's a
remember
good
one.
episode.
I
There it
remember that
is.
one.
That's enough. I mean, that's a pivotal episode.
So let's get the final count up. So you going with light skin, Viv?
For sure.
Which one you on with?
I can't pick both.
No, both is not an answer. It's one or the other.
C. No. I'll go with the original.
Yeah, man, it's so tough
I'll go with
because
the original.
both of them had their characteristics. And you know, like the original, if I'm not mistaken, Janet Hubert, she was only on for 2 seasons. And it was
How
7
many
seasons.
Oh, 7. Okay.
7 seasons. So that means Daphne Maxwell Reed, she was on there for 5.
For a majority of it. Yeah.
So it's like most of the Aunt Viv that you see is Daphne,
Unless it's like the early episodes.
yeah.
i.e. the first 2 seasons. Basically what I just said. But you know, light skin Aunt
think that's
Viv, the
funny?
original Aunt Viv. I don't know. I feel like because
Scorpios are soft.
Aries are liars. All right? Aries are liars with multiple relationships.
I don't have
That they
multiple
tell people that they
relationships.
love people.
So I think I'm just gonna.
What's wrong with love?
You can't love more than one person, Naaman.
You can't
Like I
be
said.
in love with more than one person, but you can love many people.
Like I said,
You don't think you can be in love with more than one person?
you can
No.
be. You can be.
You.
You can
I
most
don't
certainly
think
be.
so.
Most certainly.
Then what's the point?
Because
If you-
I mean, think about it. I think this is kind of veering off.
She
the
wouldn't
deep end.
understand because she
Hold on.
has like 5 boyfriends.
Let's throw
I
this
don't
out.
have
Let me
any boyfriends.
let me throw this out there first. First of all, I'm gonna go. I think
She's not single. She's multiple.
I think I prefer
How does that
the
work?
OG Aunt Viv. First
Oh,
of all,
sorry.
that's
I
because
thought
I never got to answer the question before y'all start going into other stuff. But we have a love episode coming up one day. And we're gonna try to get Dr. Saudia back so we can have love episode part 2.
Yes,
But when
Dr.
it comes,
Saudia.
calm down.
I love her. She's amazing.
I know you do. Just calm
She
down.
helped me see the inner side of me.
Good.
Okay, so you think about
Can I choke her?
you talking about Princess K, not Dr. Saudia, right?
Not
Because I don't
Dr.
think she'll
Saudia.
come back if you try to choke
I
her.
mean, I don't know. Whatever. No, I don't want to. I don't want to choke Dr.
Just leave that one on the table.
I love you, Dr.
So
Saudia.
wow. I'm gonna have to,
Shout out to Dr. Saudia.
Okay.
I'm sure she's listening to this episode, but
Shout out. She liked one of my pictures the other day.
congratulations. Like I don't know.
I was like, yes, that's Dr. Saudia.
Wow.
That's what I said. She's awesome.
So thinking about love in the Western sense, we're the ones over here in America. We say that love happens between two people. Being in love happens between two people. But there's other countries around the world that they don't define that. They can have multiple women that they're married to, multiple men that I don't know if it's ever multiple men, but you can be married to multiple people either way it goes.
That doesn't mean you're in love with every single person.
So do you have
they do something for you?
Do you have the science behind being in love?
Yeah, that's a very good question. What's the sign? Because you've been in love before, correct?
Yeah. Meh.
Exactly.
So, I don't know.
Aries don't get in love. They get in relationships and then break people's hearts.
Dang, man.
You have any more for us, Richard?
He's been hurt.
Back to Aunt Viv.
He's been... This man name has been hurt so bad. Like hey, if you're an Aries woman, can y'all please hit us up at
Hit
Ricky
me up.
Naming.
Hit me up.
Hit naming up at I am the DJ.
Because I'm most
Blue.
compatible with
He
Aries.
hates us so much.
Hit me up because I'm most compatible.
Wow.
Terrible.
Well, this has been Relationship Talks with Ricky Naming. Thanks for listening. To be a part of the conversation, like I said, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Ricky Naming. Please be sure to rate and subscribe to the show on your favorite podcasting app. You can follow my personal social media account at Dodsism, and that is DODDSISM. You can find a DJ Blue at
I am the DJ Blue.
So, Princess K, where can they find you at?
That's YOUHATEKAY.
And what does that spell?
You hate K.
Whoa. Logical.
It's from high school, okay?
You say that, but it seems like a more now thing. Seems like that's the vibe you were breeding
I'm gonna change it to you love K.
as an
Then
Aries.
that makes me like sound conceited. Like I'd rather.
Yeah, it does.
Exactly. So you hate me. That's fine.
See what I'm saying? They don't care. They are heartless. They have no heart. They get men and they put their hearts on a stick and they
So
stab.
please be sure to share this episode with your friends and family so that they can get some of this quality content. But again, we want to thank you for listening. We're so very thankful for all the listens that we get. We're so very thankful. We just hit 1,500 listens, and please continue to listen and please continue to share. But until next time, boys and girls, remember,
There's always the next time.